And we are going to be talking about the IPM of birdseed storage. So we've got a picture here of a bird visiting a bird feeder in the wintertime. Feeding birds is certainly a lot of fun, but we want to make sure that we're feeding birds and not rodents or insects. And this is not just on the bird feeders, but in the places where we're storing bird seed. So got a picture of a house mouse. This is a meal moth and larvae in the middle, and a squirrel. All of these pests would be happy to eat your birdseed in the places that you're storing it. So you want to be thoughtful about where you're storing it, and use some preventative steps to keep pests out of your birdseed and out of other parts of your buildings. So please don't store your birdseed in plastic containers that rodents can chew through. So those large garbage cans, they are pretty heavy plastic, but as you can see in this picture here, rodents have no problem chewing through them, and then they have easy access to food in a fairly protected space. Also, please don't do this. Store open bags of birdseed out in your kitchen next to shelves where you're storing food. This is just inviting any rodents that might get in to come eat some birdseed and then eat the rest of your produce as well. Also, sometimes insect pests can actually come in your packages of birdseed, and so you don't want them to get out into your kitchen. A great place to store birdseed is in a metal can. So we've got an example of a metal can here. Here's the birdseed inside the can that's opened up. If you have other ideas for some pest-proof storage successes for birdseed, feel free to share those with each other in the chat. The metal cans are great because rodents can't chew through them, but really any container that excludes pests will work. And so in this image on the right, there's a wooden bin. It has a lid with a hinge on it and a fine screen mesh to keep insects out. What you can't see in this picture is that there's actually a gasket on the other underside of that lid, and so nothing can get into that storage container. And then just a few more things to keep in mind when you are storing your birdseed. Birdseed can go bad, so try not to overbuy it. And as I mentioned before, there can be insect pests like the pantry pests, meal moths, other insects that can come in with your birdseed, and you don't want to accidentally release those into your house where they can get into other stored grains. Spilled birdseed on the ground can attract mice and rats. So use the inspection tool in your IPM toolkit to just be aware, watch for signs of other rodents that might be attracted to spilled birdseed underneath feeders. And the Cornell Lab of Ornithology has a lot of other great information about feeding birds. And I think Matt's going to go ahead and put that link in the chat.